Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm working in my series of journals that I'm going to have out on my website soon. This one I am finished with that first signature up there, and I'm working a bit more into this second one here. So the way I go about my signatures is I don't do one thing at a time. I might do a ruffle here on one day. I might add a little bit of a, wax seal on the other day. I don't just do paper, ribbon, so on and so forth. And you'll see that throughout. Today I am basically just embellishing pages with other pieces of paper and fabric. Here I'm just playing around. These are all printed. What am I trying to say? I printed on sticker paper these images, and I was thinking of sticking them on kind of as a collage, but then I realized I think I'd rather just put them in the journal as a unused sticker, so whoever gets it can kind of put the stickers wherever they want. Even though that green piece of paper was it's patterned and whatnot, I still wanted to add a little something to it. I just felt like it was a little flat. So I'm just playing around with different folding methods of this second piece of paper to make some pockets and maybe a fold out. So that's all I'm doing here. And by the way, I did not put any music in the background for this video. I think it's the first time I haven't done music in the background, but that is because I was just enjoying the paper ASMR, you know what I mean, the sounds of the papers and the fabrics throughout this whole video, that I just wanted to keep it with its own sounds. Hopefully you enjoy it as much as I did. So here I'm just showing that I want to make that a tuck spot. And so I just sewed the top and the bottom on that side there. And then this I'm just keeping folded over. I could make it a pocket. I could make it a top loading pocket. I could make it another tuck spot, but I decided to just leave it open for some extra journaling. So there's the pocket, and then that's going to be the extra journaling because that side is all patterned. I don't love the stark white in my journals, such as the backing of that page. So I just put a little bit of a muted kind of tan piece of paper, and it's a bit more textured too, so it makes it thicker. I believe that's from my pastel paper pad. I have not sewn it yet. Oh yeah, so here I'm thinking maybe it'll be cute if I fold it over, and then I thought maybe I should rip it to give it some texture, and then I just decided to cut it. Perfect. I still have to sew it. I haven't sewn it yet. I still have to sew it just to make sure it stays on, because the glue stick, I'm running low on my Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1, and so I use the glue stick knowing that I'm probably going to be sewing it down, so I still actually have to do that. I haven't done that yet. So I'm sure you guys, if you guys make journals, you do this too. With every page, you just kind of put it all together and flip through. So I do that a few times throughout. I'm noting to myself that I don't like how white all that is. I'm just playing with the interactive parts. Just a little bit of glue there. So most of these things have been done throughout the week. Okay, so this is a good example of something that can go wrong, and it's okay, and it's all part of the process. And looking back at this video, honestly, I think for my next one, I am going to do a full fabric page with this beautiful fabric, because I actually really loved how it looked, and I don't know why. I think I just got frustrated because it's a little hard to work with because it's tulle-ish and it's really fine and thin, and it gets caught on a lot of stuff, as you can see there. But so you'll see my process. I'm thinking, should I just do a flip with it, or do I want to make it a full page? And I really liked how it looked full page, but you're going to see in a minute, it doesn't go as planned. Like even it hanging out like that, I like that. So note to self, I'm probably going to do that in my next journal that I'm putting together. This embroidery cover series of journals I'm doing, I'm going to be doing 6. So, okay, so here, sorry, squirrel. Here, I am showing to you guys that I stitched it poorly. Therefore, it kind of bunched up. And it just doesn't sit right. It doesn't sit right, no matter how much I trim it, how much I cut it. Which is so unfortunate because I kind of wasted, it feels like I kind of wasted a little bit of that fabric, but not really, because junk journaling, you can find the smallest little pieces and make use. So those little pieces will just go into my scraps to be used at a later date. So here I am, I'm still trying it out. See how pretty it would look? It's just not sitting right. And you know what? If I was making this for my own journal, I would have kept it. But because this is a journal I'm selling, I prefer to have things done as smoothly as possible, and that just wasn't doing it for me. So I did end up abandoning that. It's just that corner there. And looking back again, I feel like I probably could have just cut that bottom piece there and had a shorter page, and it would have been perfectly fine, but that's why we do what we do. We just play around, and then we learn from our mistakes, and then the next journal after that gets better and better. So I did have another piece. It's really cool. It's handmade paper. It's very like fibery and almost like cloth. So I did want to keep that. So I had another piece, and here I am just creating a whole different page. Sewed up, I folded it and sewed up the sides to make pockets. It's looking a little plain, so I'm just trying to think about what I want to put on the edge there. It's cute, but I'm not sold on it. And then I realized that the center there has a bunch of holes already in it because of when I pulled it out from the binding of the book it was originally in. I decided to grab a envelope. And so here I am just deciding, do I want it to be attached at the top, or do I want to open it and have it that way? And yes, I decided to do that with a bit of a struggle opening this envelope. So this side actually worked out beautifully. So smooth, so nice. This side, not so much. I struggled. So I will most likely be going over those edges because I have to glue them up down anyways. So I'll probably go over the edges with some washi tape. So the binding will be at the bottom there, like so. And you won't see those holes. And here I decided to make a ruffle. So I'm using this. These are actually pants that I thrifted for myself because I really liked them. But here where I'm at, you can't try clothes on at the thrift store. So annoying. So I got them home and they just didn't fit well. And I'm not one to go back to return things or exchange. I mean, occasionally I will, especially if I spend a lot of money. These were probably just a few bucks. So instead of exchanging them, I really love stripes. So I knew I could use them in junk journaling. So I use them quite often actually. They're all cut up. It's a really soft material and I love stripes. So there it is. Oh yeah, this got a little chaotic here, so I'm just doing a little tap tap. Kids, don't try this at home. Just getting the little phrase there so that they don't fray out any more than they already do. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Just showing that the ruffle sits nicely. Okay, yeah, so these are vellum sheets that I've printed on. It's literally one of my favorite things to do. If you're not printing things on vellum, run out and get some and print because it's so fun. I just love translucent things. So I made it into, as you'll see in a minute, into a flip, which is really nice to do, especially if you end up writing something underneath. It'll be cool because you can you'll be able to see the script underneath. Off to the sewing machine. Perfect. This here is looking a little plain, so I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put on, and I decided on a scrap fabric tab. I do tend to like the contrast of like a stark black and white with muted colors. I tend to do that often in my journals. So these are, if you've seen my postcard video, I believe it's my last video, I pulled these sheets out from a photo album and they've been so great as pages in journals that luckily I have probably 100 of them and I will be consistently using them. They just make great see-through pockets. And because there's a paper edge, they're really easy to attach onto a page. So here I decided to use some more printed vellum. Sorry, I don't know where this printable is from. I will get better at that. Just slide it on in there. Once again, I don't love the white line there, so washi tape to the rescue, as per usual. And then these 2 pages, at this point I just want to get rid of the stark whiteness, so I glue and sew on some tea-dyed paper. I know a lot of people, a lot of journalers, they iron their papers. I love a crinkly paper. Even if I'm writing on it, I love it. So I do tend to keep the crinkles when I glue it on top of another paper. And I just wanted it more of a textured edge, so I'm using the ruler. I just find by muting the really bright white, solid bright white, that it flows better. There they are, all sewn up. Okay, and that's it for today in my second signature of this journal. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got some inspiration. And yeah, I hope you have an awesome day and an awesome night.